Alright, let's see. No script, no particular order. What do I think about Broken Arrow? Right out the gate, if I'm just giving a 1 to 10 rating, I would give it a solid. See, I want to say 9, but at the same time, I know there are plenty of valid complaints about the game. If I'm just talking in terms of how much I personally like it, 9, 10, 9, actually. Yeah, no, definitely 9. If I'm talking in terms of everything about the game, probably 8, just to be fair to all of the admittedly valid complaints I've heard about the game. Um, Overall, the balance is fun. The core gameplay is great. The multiplayer matches, I don't ever feel like I've been defeated unfairly. I don't feel like there's any particular unit that gets thrown at me that I'm not able to deal with. I don't feel like there's any particular tactic that's been used against me that feels particularly unfair. I feel like mirror matches are okay. America versus Russia matches, I love them, mostly just because it's different units versus different units, and you have... I just like asymmetric battles more, personally. A lot of the battles I've fought so far have been mirror matches, though. America versus America, or in the rare case, Russia versus Russia. I do like that America and Russia play very differently from each other, and that is apparent just out the gate. If you try to play Russia the same way you play America, you're going to run into a lot of problems. If you try to play America the same way you try to play Russia, you're going to run into a lot of problems. First case in point, if I had to just kind of generally put a label on it, Russia has a lot of equipment that is significantly cheaper than America's equipment. But you get it in greater numbers, and it's much easier to just replace anything that you lose or overwhelm the enemy. Because in a lesson that I've told my friends who've been playing this game very often, it does not matter if you have the best Abrams on the field with all of the upgrades and all of the armor and trophy system and whole 9 yards. Because if Russia throws 4 tanks at you, your Abrams is not going to be able to reload fast enough to kill them all. And I kind of like that. I like that a valid strategy, when all else fails, is you have an Abrams, I have 3 Bradleys with tow missiles. Good luck trying to kill all 3 of them before they've destroyed your tank. You can play this game with about... I mean, I don't even want to try to put a number to it. There's so many different strategies you can play, because there's so many different units that do so many different things, and you're not particularly penalized for trying any of them. I will admit there's a lot of infantry teams that are not going to be able to do much against tanks, but that's just kind of to be expected. At the same time, if you try to run a tank right up on top of infantry squads, they will do significant damage to the tank, or possibly even destroy it. No unit in this game is invincible. No unit is the one answer to all of your problems, and I just really like that. It feels fair. I know that's probably not going to be the most popular thing I've ever said, even amongst my friends, but yeah, I don't feel that anything in this game is particularly unbalanced or overpowered or unfair. You know, there are a few times when I'm playing the game that something happens and I feel like it's just complete crap and I'm pissed off and it's annoying that it happened, but at the same time, I can't help but think to myself, yeah, but I could do that too. I could send in the bomber with the cluster bombs and wipe out 5 of their tanks in one go. Whose fault is it for putting the 5 tanks, one in front of the other, running down the road? That's me. yeah, so overall, if I had to give this a yes/no, yes, absolutely yes. I've been playing the mess out of this game. As of right now, I have 116 hours in the game, and I'm obviously looking to play more. So, yeah, I'm loving it. If you are a fan of strategy games, tactical strategy games, I should say, there is no base building or anything like that in this. But it's detailed, it's fair, and if you want to try something, there's nothing stopping you from it. If you want to try a division that is 90% infantry getting dropped in by helicopters or para-dropped in from planes, you can do that. If you want to play a division that's a bunch of Abrams and strikers, you can do that. If you want to play a division that's mostly reliant on attack helicopters for its damage, you can do that. Now, I'm not going to say that it's always going to work, but the game is not going to stop you from trying. And obviously how effective your strategy is going to depend on the type of forces the enemy's going to throw at you. But that's just something you have to account for. That's any multiplayer game. You can't be prepared for absolutely everything, but you can try your best to be ready for as many things as possible. Yeah, that's it. That is my unprofessional thoughts on Broken Arrow. Oh, can't believe I forgot. Soundtrack for this game. Easily one of my favorite things about it. I could not put this video together without mentioning it, because I have sat here on the main menu listening to this music for more time than I should probably care to admit, but it definitely makes the game a whole lot better, in my opinion. A good soundtrack will easily score several points on my rating, just like that. So whoever made the soundtrack for this game, you absolutely earned your cut of the pay.